Hello guys, this is a lecture on simplex method to solve linear programming problem. In today's lecture, we will discuss only algorithm of simplex method. That is, what the constraints can we use or what type of condition should be there to solve a linear programming problem by simplex method. So some steps are written over here to solve the simplex method. The first step is objective function must be maximized. If it is minimized, then make maximize by multiplying -1 to both sides and let -z to z dash. That is the objective function. It means max z or minimum z. So we have to convert. If there is minimum z in the objective function, then we have to convert this minimum z into maximum z first. And how to convert? By multiplying -1 to both sides. So this is the example. Minimum z is equals to -3x1 plus 4x2 plus 5x3. Now we multiplied by -1 to both sides, then it will convert max minus z. This mini will convert into max. That is maximum minus z is equals to, this was -3x1, so this will convert into plus 3x1, same as -4x2 plus 5x3. And after letting minus z to z dash, we get max z dash is equals to 3x1 minus 4x2 plus 5x3. Now moving on to the next step, all bi's must be positive. All bi's means, what is bi's? The right hand side of each inequality, that is the equations or inequations are given to solve a linear programming problem. The right hand side part, that is the constant part, is known as bi. So it must be positive. And if any bi is negative, then make positive by multiplying -1 to both sides. For example, x1 minus x2 plus x3 is greater than equals to -5. So this is negative. So make it positive. So how to make it positive? By multiplying -1 to both sides. So multiplied, and this greater than equals to sign will convert into less than equals to sign. If there is less than equals to sign, then it will convert into greater than equals to sign. Now the third point is change inequality to equation by introducing slack, surplus and artificial variables. That is, this inequality, this kind of inequality can be changed to equation by introducing slack, surplus and artificial variable. In previous method, that is in graphical method, there are no need to add or subtract some variables, slack, surplus and artificial variable. In that particular method, we directly converted inequality to equation. But in the simplex method, we cannot convert directly the inequality to equation. We have to add or subtract some variables named slack, surplus and artificial variable. And the importance of these particular variables are, there is no importance. They are added only to make unit matrix. When we form a table, then the table contain, and then in the table there should be a unit matrix. If there is not a unit matrix, then we cannot solve the table further. So to make or to find unit matrix, we have to add or subtract these three kind of variables. Then how to add or subtract and where to add? The first condition is, when inequality is less than equals to, then add slack variable only. अगर इनइक्वालिटी लेस देन इक्वल्स टू है तो केवल स्लैक वेरिएबल आप ऐड करेंगे. कुछ बुक्स में इसको s1 s2 s3 से रिप्रेजेंट किया है, आर्टिफिशियल वेरिएबल्स को a1 a2 a3 से रिप्रेजेंट किया है. ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन का तरीका अपना है. दिस इज आवर हाउ कैन वी रिप्रेजेंट स्लैक, सरप्लस और आर्टिफिशियल वेरिएबल. यू कैन डायरेक्टली लेट देम x1 x2 x3 फॉर्म, or you can let them s1 s2 s3 form, or you can let artificial variable a1 a2 a3 form. So it is your choice. So when inequality is less than equals to, then we add slack variables only. For example, 2x1 plus 3x2 is less than equals to 60. Now this is less than equals to, then we add a slack variable. Let this x3 is added, and right here x3 is slack variable. And if there is greater than equals to sign, then subtract surplus variable. Then subtract surplus variable and add artificial variable. That is, for example, x1 minus 2x2 is greater than equals to 4, then x1 minus 2x2. Now this is greater than equals to sign, then we have to subtract surplus variable and add artificial variable, that is minus x3 plus x4, where x3 is surplus and x4 is artificial variable. And when there is equation, then add only artificial variable. And it is added only when if there is no unit matrix exists. The artificial variable is added only when unit matrix is not found. And the cost of all these three variables, that is slack, surplus and artificial variable, in objective function is 0. That is, in this particular objective function. Now the next step is starting simplex method. Starting simplex table. This is the most important step, and the maximum procedure contains in this particular step. In this step, we make a table which contains all the information stated in above steps. That is, we have to make a table where 4 terms are fixed: BV basic variable, CV cost variable, and XB objective variable, and XB, that is BIs. And the last one is minimum ratio, XB upon. It will find out further. And this a big stretch contains all the variables, columns for all the variables arising in the problem. That is, if original problem contains 3 variables and there are 3 slack or surplus variables, then how much they are? They are total number of 6. So we have to make 6 columns. If there are 7, then make 7. If there are 5, make 5. That is, the middle number of columns depends on the problem. First 3 and last one is fixed. It is Cj and it is delta j. And the value is max z, which is equals to Cb into Xb. And this particular, here you can draw number of rows, and the rows number of rows means number of rows, which is equals to number of equations. If there are 4 equations, then you have to make 4 rows. If there are 2 equations, then you have to make 2 rows. So it depends on the equation. Now there are some conditions exist. Basic variable, those variables by which unit matrix is formed. CB, that is cost of basic variable in objective function. जो objective function है आपका max z, उसमें जो cost है that is CB, which is written here. XB, which is equals to BIs, that is right hand side of each equation. Minimum ratio can be found by XB upon ICB with corresponding element. ICB means incoming vector, the column corresponding to most positive delta j. This delta j here, which column contains most positive element, which will be ICB, incoming vector. That is, and how to find this delta j? How to find? This delta j can be found by a formula or directly. If max z is equals to 0, then all delta j is equals to cj। ये जो डेल्टा जे है ये cj के इक्वल हो जाएंगे, एंड these delta j are represented by bs, that is if maximum z is 0 then delta j are equals to bi's and these delta j are also equals to this cj, right? OGB outgoing vector, the basic variable in front of key element, and now what is key element? Intersection of element of minimum ratio row and incoming vector column. And now here if all delta j is less than equals to 0 then optimal solution exists. Now there is a formula written, position of element is equals to element minus product of diagonal element upon key element, where it can be used when we move to the next step in this particular step. Suppose there is a key element. Now we have to find this particular element. So we have to make, how to find this element? This element can be find out by this particular formula. That is, these two are the diagonal element, this is the key element, and this is the position of element, that is the element which is in the original form. So element minus product of diagonal element upon key element. This will be discussed further when I will solve a particular problem based on this particular phenomena. Now there are some conditions also exist, how to make key element and how to move further. There is, we already find the key element, now we have to move further. So the first step we have to make key element to unit by dividing the corresponding row by key element, but we cannot divide the CD in the particular table. The second step, the column corresponding to 0 in key element row remains as it is, that is जो की एलिमेंट की रो है उसमें अगर कहीं 0 आ रहा है तो उस 0 वाले कॉलम को आप नेक्स्ट स्टेप में एज इट इज कॉपी कर देंगे, उसको आपको कोई भी चेंजेस करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। ये शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स हैं बेसिकली। क्या, द रो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग टू 0 इन की एलिमेंट कॉलम रिमेन्स एज इट इज। अब की एलिमेंट कॉलम में अगर कहीं 0 आ रही हो ओरिजिनल में, तो उस वाली रो को जहां पर 0 आ रही है उस 0 वाली रो को भी आप एज इट इज कॉपी कर देंगे। When we find minimum ratio, then divide xb by the element of incoming vector column which are positive only. That is, जब हम यहाँ पर ये मिनिमम रेशियो फाइंड आउट करेंगे xb अपॉन icb विद कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट, तो यहाँ पर हमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा किस बात का, कि यहाँ पर हमें डिवाइड केवल और केवल उसी से करना है जो एलिमेंट पॉजिटिव है, ना तो नेगेटिव से डिवाइड करेंगे, ना ही नेगेटिव को डिवाइड करेंगे, और ना ही 0 से डिवाइड करेंगे, और ना ही 0 को डिवाइड करेंगे। और हाँ, यहां पर अगर नेगेटिव एलिमेंट है और नेगेटिव से डिवाइड करना है तो आप उसको फर्दर यूज कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज नहीं, बिकॉज वो नेगेटिव नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव में कन्वर्ट होते हैं। इफ इन दी स्टार्टिंग मैक्सिमम जेड नॉट इक्वल्स टू 0, अभी हमने क्या बताया था प्रीवियस, कि अगर मैक्सिमम जेड 0 है तो जितने भी डेल्टा जे हैं वो सीजे के इक्वल हो जाएंगे, और जो ये दोनों चीजें ये क्या होंगी, ये सब आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन में जो बीआईज है उसको रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे। लेकिन अब होगा क्या, कहीं ना कहीं, या जब आप बिगेन मेथड पे मूव करेंगे, सिंप्लेक्स का जो एडवांस मेथड है, तो वहां पर क्या होगा कि मैक्स जेड नॉट इक्वल्स टू 0 हो जाएगा। तो उस केस में आप डेल्टा जी को डायरेक्टली फाइंड आउट नहीं कर सकते कि सारे डेल्टा जे सीजे के इक्वल हो गए। वहां पर आप डेल्टा जी कैलकुलेट करेंगे सीजे माइनस सीबी इंटू वाईजे। वाईजे क्या है, कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग लाइन, जो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग कॉलम है उसके एलिमेंट्स। इफ आउटगोइंग वेक्टर इज आर्टिफिशियल वेरिएबल देन नो नीड टू फाइंड एलिमेंट्स ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कॉलम एंड लीव दैट कॉलम। अगर आर्टिफिशियल वेरिएबल आउटगोइंग है तो आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, उस कॉलम की वैल्यू निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप उसको जस्ट क्रॉस कर दीजिए, उस कॉलम को कोई जरूरत नहीं है। तो ये इसके लगभग सारे स्टेप्स हैं and hope you understand that this method contains a lot of steps and a problem cannot be taken in this particular lecture. So in this lecture we just summarize these particular steps. First study these steps, then move to the next lecture. That is, the problem based on this particular phenomena will be discussed in the next lecture. Hope you understand the content of this particular lecture. If you like this lecture, then like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you.